But so far, everything indicates
What is it, Astrogator?
headquarters were right about the Invincible. It's actually flying here. If I'm reading the message correctly, they'll be here in a few days. They're looking for the missing Condor. And they have no idea of the danger.
Everything makes sense now. They were coming to rescue their people from the very beginning. Not to gain some imaginary advantage over us.
One doesn't exclude the other, but yes. Turns out it's mostly about the Condor.
I'm boarding. I'll talk to you soon, Astrogator.
Stay in touch, Yasna.
Sorry, I'm taking screenshots.
You came at last.
Rachel, where are you?
If you're saying something, use the intercom. The small button to the right of the floor section.
Couldn't you have woken me up?
Oh, I can hear you now. Honestly, I preferred not to. You ready, Yasna?
Well, I don't know what you're waiting for.
I'm taking you to the upper deck. First the door, and off you go. Now listen,
If I had any other choice.
you won't get to the bridge right away. Only elevators in the intersection go there.
Uh-huh.
So let me know when you transfer. I hope everything's clear. Over and out.
Wait. Hey!
Yasna, I have to take care of everything here. Is this something important?
I don't know how long you've been on the ship. Have you checked the condition of the crew? The equipment?
Lendor and Spliskas are safe. Everyone else is dead. What did you expect? Equipment? Come on. Over and out.
I still have to transfer.
Can I peek around? Okay, the door's open.
It must be the medical wing. Surprisingly, everything's still running. Was for a hit rate.
We get back to the I have realized a request for the person to proceed with the development of the reading device named Uplink. I would like to challenge the opinions of the higher engineers who claim that my concepts were more fantasies, a collection of ideas lacking room functionally accurate prototypes, all elements of responsibility. I wish to recreate the founders of my concept. I believe the bold visions of the fantasy writers underneath the present limb can be extended, as most knowledge will no longer be preserved on the materials of nature. Origin books will take the form of crystals and slip with their content. The crystals can be read using the afterward object, like a reservoir book, but with only slightly page between the covers. A single touch will be sufficient to turn the page. This advantage will be faithful simulation of the reading experience and will result in space-saving solutions in the library. This will significantly expand our knowledge storage capacity, therefore giving us a competitive edge in the interplanetary era. Note for the present purpose, I will include one concept of the story in honor of the Invincible with open. The second concept verified me is a reader with the audible playbook function. It may decide those who are at the home of the ship and was supposed to travel time and boarding and horizon throughout the infinite. No, I was put from the sign comes really perfect. Oops. I don't like these fucking
Yeah.
target. Is it? This is like one of the doctors or something like that. Let's see. To answer could be known as incredible chip you have for this device to continue brain and brain function regarding the last schedule requires a very thin brain. Suddenly electrical impulse to the nerve fibers, which is a thermal state form and a fraction of time. One should process along the lines of following systematics. Use the TIS to cleanse the skin of debris or it touches the six flat electrodes with elastic tape and area located in the schemas. Set up with for the quick turn. Like this one, I'll bet the cat. Jesus, Mary. Oh, everybody's got fucked.
Rachel must have given them something to calm them down. Huh. This soporific could be useful, although I prefer not to have to use it.
It was him because cigarettes I had left. Stuck. I'm gonna go to the picture today and organ function number beta no CPR. I assume like their skin is decomposing or something like that. Flexion against the flies, chemical methods together can give intercal for going to regular suit surface along periods before taking effective cross output of skin reducer good for that.
They considered even the most absurd forms of protection against a cloud. But I don't blame them.
Along with the laser procedures before lots can use there are cases of resistance to the flight's activity thus far. Despite meeting the cloud, one of the technology and explanation assurance that cognitive functions simple supplies don't seem to be invested in them. We assume upon the first contact with the cloud, probably because the stress you felt with the nature spirit.
Huh. Is that why the flies didn't wipe out all of my memory? Because I fell into a natural stupor. It makes some sense, I guess.
Possessing is supplies that lets you come up large, the wipe up prices low because we need to have post cover.
Yes.
The machine is point mechanism impulse brain causing
So apparently there's hope. We can... No. Wait. The memories won't come back. So much for the hope. I'm here. I transferred.
You checked on Spliskus and Lendor. How nice of you.
How did you know?
It doesn't take a genius to figure out why it took you so long. Plus, I have the camera feed. Waiting for you on the bridge. Over and out.
Dear Ackfield. Ready to activate. Spherical thrower. Anti-protons.
Rahitra!
Here. Please take the position next to me. Help me.
How?
Sit down and you'll see. The probes are already in the air. I do have visuals from the Cyclops here, but I can't do everything on my own. Oh, wait. Activity's increasing. They're coming. Are you helping or not? Come on, Yasna. It's about to start.
All right. Have it your way. Okay, I'm ready. What am I looking at?
It'll be... number 5, a long-range one. It sees the entire perimeter. Better switch to a closer one.
There's the Cyclops.
Great. Force field activation.
I confirm. Field active. The cloud's within reach.
I'm shooting.
The close range is dead.
No wonder. It's boiling over there.
The field is shrinking.
Calm down, Yasna. It will hold.
Whoa!
Oh, beautiful. It's not a machine, it's the devil himself. I'm telling you. Shit! I'm losing connection. Do you see anything?
They're creating a tight formation. A cyclone.
Fucking shit!
That can't be good, right? What was that?
You tell me. Can't you see anything? Probes, Yasna. What do they show?
The mid-range is dead.
How about the long range?
The long range works. The cloud has stopped attacking. The Cyclops is... Huh?
What is it doing? What did you see? Yasna!
The cloud won.
What? You said...
Don't count on the Cyclops anymore. Circus must have gone haywire. It shot down the probes. Now it's probably operating with a new goal. Like all those machines earlier.
I don't understand. How? This is pure madness.
Hey, at least we still have the Invincible.
Don't mock me.
I'm not mocking you, Rahitra. They really are flying here. They'll be here in about... Just hold on for a moment. I'll find out.
you there. This is the commander of the IC Dragonfly unit, Astrogator Novik.
Astrogator, this is Yasna. I managed to get to the Condor's bridge. Rahitra and I led the attack on the cloud, but the Cyclops...
Failed?
Worse. The Cyclops got out of control and knocked down the probes.
I had a feeling it would end like this. Do you know what Rahitra is planning now?
I have no idea.
Well, then I need to talk to him.
You, sir?
Yes. Can you switch me somehow?
Okay. I'm switching you to the bridge. He should be able to hear you now. Done. Please talk.
Hello, Condor. This is Astrogator Novik, commander of the IC Dragonfly ship. I repeat, this is Astrogator Novik to the crew of the USCA Condor cruiser. Please come in.
Could you stop with all these? Rohitra, Engineer Rohitra. Among our crew, I'm the last man standing, so to speak, which I guess makes me commander. Who would have thought?
In that case, I'm making an official request to join our forces, to prevent the danger that threatens both sides.
Oh, enough, Novik. That's enough. I agree, officially, and all that jazz. We're already taking steps to eliminate the threat. I'd even say that your crew is working on it pretty damn actively. We stopped playing defense and took the fight to them. The Cloud suffered significant losses. As a counterattack, though, it disrupted our communications. That's why we need to change tactics.
To be honest, I don't see how changing tactics in this situation would make any difference.
I strongly disagree, Novik. All it takes is the right tool.
Meaning what exactly? Let me remind you that we're dealing with a dispersed entity whose technological prowess is still unknown. And it has so far destabilized every machine sent its way. Even the most specialized ones.
That's why I'll keep it simple this time. No electro brains, no memory, only pure energy.
You still haven't answered me, Rahitra. Please, just tell me straight. What are you up to?
I'm arming the charges.
Arming what? Explosives, cluster munitions?
Hydrogen.
What? Rahitra? Are you serious?
Damn right. I won't leave all this unresolved.
How many warheads do you have?
54. From 30 kilos to 100 megatons.
Oh, that's quite an arsenal.
We really do have enough power.
That's an understatement, Doctor. That amount of energy could rip the planet to pieces.
I'm not an idiot. I won't send everything at once. I'm preparing 8 smaller warheads to start with.
And then?
We'll see.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Rahitra?
Listen, Yasna, I know how it must look to you. A hot-headed guy from the Alliance who wants to use nukes. But put yourself in my shoes. I have 24 hours tops of complete situational awareness. I'm taking action here and now based on my best judgment. I don't know what will happen later. Where will I wake up? In what condition? So I'm going to avenge my people before that happens and ensure the safety of those who survived. They all deserve better than this. I know you understand. You're like me. You would do anything for your crew.
I understand how you feel. But you can't approach this problem in terms of revenge. We are dealing with creations of necro-evolution. Dead evolution. And probably non-sentient ones. Taking revenge on the Cloud is like...
Whipping the ocean for sinking a ship?
Exactly. Like Xerxes. We won't gain anything from a mindless attack. On the other hand, knowledge about these creations may turn out to be crucial in helping their victims. In helping you, Rahitra.
My memory, you could...
It's possible.
Well, thank you.
What for? I haven't done anything.
For reminding me of my mom. But as long as the Cloud is a threat to others, my condition comes second.
You, Hitra, are still reasoning as though we were standing face to face with a thinking opponent. What if these beings are not our enemy at all?
Oh, good one. Are you forgetting how many of us they've already killed?
I will never forget, Hitra. Still, I can't help feeling that they operate without any strategic plan. They attack from one incident to another. They're non-sentient, as the doctor put it.
So what, they're stupid? And that's why they can't be hostile? It's absolute nonsense.
Well, it could be. Yes, sir. What do you think?
All right, Hitra. You have no idea what we're up against. These mechanisms are just doing what they did a millennia ago. And we were the ones that provoked them.
What? How?
By coming here with all our gear, blasters, transmitters, rockets. It's like kicking a hornet's nest. They've faced countless species over millions of years. At this scale, humanity is just a blip to them.
Wait, what species are you talking about?
Dr. Yasna found various traces of conflict, lasting for hundreds of thousands of generations.
Oh, they certainly competed with the local fauna. We've seen fish that evolved to sense electromagnetic fields. And underground, I found fossils of lizard-like reptiles. Some of them must have been predatory.
Oh, I find it hard to believe that any prehistoric reptiles would possess our level of technology, not to mention an arsenal.
Well, they wouldn't have. But there were other machines here as well.
Other machines? I don't buy it. It's like some robot fables.
No, Rachel, these are no fables. We have gathered evidence for all this.
How did these machines even get here? Who built them?
Our cyberneticist had a hypothesis before he lost consciousness.
About the Lyrans.
Yes, fair one.
Lyrans. It does ring a bell. Wasn't there a book about them?
The Cranian's monograph. According to his notes, before the explosion of Zeta Lyra, the sixth planet of the system was inhabited by intelligent beings. Let's say their scout ship landed here and that a disaster occurred.
Sorry for taking pictures, guys, you know.
Some kind of reactor explosion, chain reaction. Suffice to say, the wreckage that landed on Regis 3 had no living beings on board.
Only the machine survived.
And then what? They started bashing in each other's tin heads? Doesn't make much sense to me. Machines don't have emotions. They don't argue.
First things first. Millions of years ago, some highly advanced race sent machines to Regis 3. And these were specialized homeostatic mechanisms, left with no one to command them. As an engineer, you know well how it is. A robot does what it needs to do, whether it serves someone or not. At first, they probably just repaired themselves, or built a home for their dead masters.
Until something forced them to change.
Exactly. Certain types of predator eat anything that moves. So I'm betting they were attacked by local fauna. The key was that these machines had the ability to produce others as needed. To combat, say, flying reptiles, they started producing flying machines.
That still doesn't explain why they started fighting among themselves. Since they already defeated the living organisms, why keep producing themselves? It makes no sense.
What's a guiding principle of a homeostat?
I don't...
That was a rhetorical question. It's all about survival in changing conditions, even the harshest ones. Further forms of necroevolution were no longer threatened by the local fauna, but they had to find sources of energy and materials from which they could produce replacement parts and offspring. Originally, their descendants were undoubtedly powered by radiant radiation, but on Regis, there are no radioactive elements at all.
Sounds familiar. When the energy runs out, you have to wheel and deal.
Yes, the default source wasn't available anywhere, so they had to look for an alternative. There was a severe energy crisis and a conflict among the machines. Simply put, they fought to survive, exist. That's what evolution is all about selection.
Wait, Doctor. We've established that these beings are mindless. shouldn't the organisms with the most developed nervous systems win the game of evolution? In this case, instead of a nervous system, there was some kind of electrical one, but the principle remains the same.
Not exactly, sir. The most advanced of the mechanisms that landed here derived energy from their own radioactive resources. Simpler devices such as small repair systems could have had solar panels. And in that case, would have had a significant advantage over the others.
But the other ones could defend themselves. They could attack.
With atomic power, yes, that's possible. But I see it differently. In necroevolution, the most successful beings were those that excelled in miniaturization above all else. Also, the sedentary creations. The former gave rise to the cloud, which the flies form when necessary in pursuit of a common interest. Meanwhile, the sedentary ones gave rise to a peculiar species of metallic vegetation. Those structures formed the city.
So, it's still functional?
No. For some reason, the city lost a fight for survival. And now, there are only rusting remains. Only one form survived. The microbots that conquered the land on Regis 3.
So, these flies just adapted best.
To the conditions of this planet. Yes, that's how it works.
So, to summarize, some alien race sent advanced robots to Regis 3. The local dinosaur-like monsters tried to eat them, so the robots produced other robots, which produced more and more robots, until they fell victim to their own overproduction. After a number of iterations and wars for resources, they spat out the murderous cloud, which took over the planet.
Indeed. To put it simply,
For me, the matter is perfectly clear. Makes no sense to bomb these creatures. I'll even say it's a greater danger to us than to them.
But how else do you imagine defeating the cloud?
But that's the thing. I don't. It's invincible.
It's invincible.
Yes, sir. Do you agree?
Well,
yeah, I very much agree. Another attack would make no difference. Just a few flies are enough for the cloud to regenerate.
what if we destroy their nests?
No, Ritra. Unless we want to destroy the entire planet, it's impossible to eliminate them all. And even then, there's no guarantee they would die in space. After all, the flies need no air, water, or food, only solar energy.
But what else could we do, if not attack?
We can leave this place and never come back. We have a lander.
Sorry, but I'm not going anywhere. You, on the other hand? I'm surprised you didn't evacuate already.
Well, I had to make sure you won't do something you'll deeply regret.
Huh. I'm done. Warheads are armed. One more press of a button, and there'll be no turning back.
Sorry if you guys can hear the dogs in the background.
I can't.
That was close.
I'm suspending all actions leading to conflict. But what should I do now?
Well, we have a lander. So you can get to the Dragonfly.
All of us?
Yes. Your men are welcome on board.
I'm going back. And you, Rahitra? Are you flying with us?
You actually mean it? Damn. Thank you, but I can't leave just before my people arrive. I have to tell them about the cloud, necroevolution, this whole mess.
But you...
I can handle it, Yasna. I'll take the stimulants and hold out until they arrive. Whatever it takes to stay awake. Maybe I can write it all down.
Better not.
Wouldn't it be better if you took my diary? It contains everything I've learned.
Huh. As long as your commander doesn't mind.
Please take it, Comrade Rahitra. There are no more factions on this forsaken planet. We're all just people here.
Thank you. For this and for everything else.
Alright, thank you guys for watching, but I'm gonna end the episode. Don't forget to hit that follow and like button.